Hey everyone, so we are going to make pinwheels in different wraps tonight. I've got several different ingredients laid out across the board here. I'm just going to show you guys a few things. I'm going to roast some chickpeas. We're going to show you how to do that. Give me just a second. Oh, excuse me. Oh, goodness. I am going to let my son hold the phone and he is going to help me record today. I'm going to wash after I just sneezed. Give me just a moment, guys. Can you focus in on all these chopped veggies while I wash?
Mama, can I hold?
In a minute, buddy.
I want to do it next. I'm going to have. What's that? Damn school.
All right. So I'm going to let William hold on to everything. You can show it up to Mommy for just a minute. Hey guys. So we are going to roast some chickpeas. We have talked about meat substitutes and protein substitutes. This is one of them. I'm going to do these in a wrap versus an actual pinwheel because it's going to be a hot item. So William's going to show you guys what I'm doing. I'm going to open this can halfway and I'm going to drain it off. And then I'm going to dump them right into this strainer. And I'm going to give them a quick rinse to get off that extra sodium that they're packed in, because most of the time they're packed in salt water. So we're going to just rinse them off really good, give them a nice shuffle, and make sure they're good and dry. Well, as dry as you can get them. So you're just going to give them a good shake. So I have a lined pan that I've sprayed with cooking spray. I've got some red pepper, some sweet red pepper, a couple garlic cloves, and some onion pieces. And we're gonna roast all of this together. So I'm gonna throw my chickpeas on here. And we're just going to give everything a drizzle of oil. I'm gonna use olive oil, but you can use any oil that you have. Toss it into those veggies a little more, make sure that garlic got nice and coated. And the same thing for these chickpeas. Just give them a nice little coat, make sure they're all kind of tossed in there. And then I'm gonna grab some seasonings to give that some flavor. William, you focus in on the chickpeas and all of that good stuff. We're going to use my favorite Creole spice, and I'm just going to shake that all over everything. I like my chickpeas kind of spicy, so I'm going to use the Creole, and then I'm going to add a little cumin, and I'm going to add some, let me find it. That's what happens when you have a huge spice cabinet. Some chipotle. So I'm going to add some cumin and chipotle. You can use any seasonings that you want, or you can just go for salt, pepper, garlic. So chipotle is hot if you have that, so go easy. Cumin can be very overpowering, so you don't want to use a lot of it either. And I'm going to sprinkle that on my veggies too. All right, these guys are going in a preheated oven that I have set at broil. So that's 525 degrees on the broil feature. I'm gonna toss these guys right on in there and let them roast for about 10 minutes or so. While we're doing that, we're going to make a pinwheel and then we are going to make a wrap. Now guys, this is completely whatever you want it to be. So I've got sun-dried tomato wraps and I have spinach wraps. I'm going to use a spinach wrap for this one. I'm going to, if you're going to make a pinwheel, you want to make sure that whatever's holding it together, in this sense, it's cream cheese, goes all the way around because that's your glue. And this is where it gets fun. Now you can literally put whatever you want in it. I've fine diced some cucumbers. I'm gonna show you how to do that real fast. I've got a cucumber, it's split in half. I'm gonna make some vertical cuts here. and just kind of make sure that they are nice and small and even. And then you're just gonna come straight across them and dice that right on up. And there is your fine diced cucumbers right there. I did that the same way for the tomatoes that I cut as well. I cut them in half, seeded them, and then small diced those. So here's where it gets fun. This one I'm gonna do turkey. I know you guys, some of you guys get the school lunches, and y'all were overloaded in sandwich meat this week. So we're gonna use some of that. So I've got my cream cheese base. I've got some chives that came out of Elizabeth's garden. So I'm gonna sprinkle those right on onto my cream cheese and give it some more flavor. I am going to put my turkey across. And just kind of layer that in there. I'm gonna use cucumbers because cucumbers I love.
Me too.
I'm going to use some spinach.
I love you, Mama.
I love you too, buddy.
Now, what are you making?
We're making pinwheels right now. I'm going to throw some red pepper into these. I slice these pretty thin. So I'm just going to throw some of those guys in there. I'm going to throw some tomatoes. I'm going to throw some red onion. You can do bacon, you can do ranch, you can do BLTs. Options are endless, guys. You can put jalapenos in here, you can put carrots, radishes, any of those things. I'm gonna rinse my hands. Focus on this guy for me, buddy. And I'm gonna just throw a little salt and pepper for taste. So we're just gonna crack some salt, crack some pepper. All right, now with the pinwheel, you're wanting to do these as tight as you possibly can. So what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna take an edge and you're gonna grab it and pinch, and you are going to push and roll as tightly as you can. And do this all the way across, pushing those ingredients back in until we have a nice wrap all the way around. This is where you're gonna need some saran wrap. So you're gonna get a piece of saran wrap. You're gonna lay that sucker right on in here. That's kind of falling apart because I've overstuffed my pinwheel. You do not have to put very much in these guys. This one's gonna not be tight enough at all. But you're just gonna roll them nice and tight into that saran wrap. Yeah, this one's not gonna be tight enough by any means. Yeah. Let's try to, well, it's done stuck. And it's okay if they're loose or not. You're gonna wanna put this in the refrigerator for at least 30 minutes to an hour before you cut them. And then if you wanna make a wrap instead, we're gonna make a wrap with those chickpeas. So I'm gonna do that. Let's see, we'll do the chickpeas on a sun-dried tomato. I'm gonna clean my mess up over here. So we'll wait until it is done. While we're looking at that, we're gonna make a fruit salad. And we're gonna use a honey lime dressing. So I have got, and you can use whatever fruit you want. You can use pineapple, you can use kiwi, you can use strawberries, you can use blackberries, you can use cherries, you can use grapes, watermelon, cantaloupe, any of those things. I've got some cherries, some blackberries, some raspberries, watermelon, and grapes in mine. So you just throw what you want in a bowl. I diced my watermelon into little cubes. And I'm gonna show you guys how to make the dressing. But before we do that, I can start to smell these chickpeas. So we're gonna give them a shake. Oh yeah. So we're just gonna give everything a good shake. Come over here, buddy. Starting to smell really good. Can you see that?
Yeah.
All right. So we're just giving them a nice little shake. All right. So let's make dressing. I've got a lime that's already squeezed in half or cut in half. I'm gonna grab a small bowl, maybe a smaller bowl, a small bowl, and a fork to juice my lime. So you're just gonna stab that guy in there, and you're gonna twist and squeeze. Can you?
You can see your hands.
You can see my hands. Can you see the juice going into the bowl?
Yes.
All right, cool. So we're just gonna give that a nice squeeze. I made a tiny fruit salad, so I don't need to juice the entire lime. You'll need to use 1 to 2 depending on how many you're serving. I'm getting some honey that is super stuck.
Stuck.
Yeah, like stuck.
Oh no.
I'll get it.
Is it,
2 seconds. Let me get a spoon for the honey.
did the bees honey it and make sure it didn't come off?
I did something. I probably got honey on the rim.
Oh no. So the bees did come honey it.
Not quite.
Yeah.
Alright, plan B. I have... Do I have some honey in here?
Where's the bear honey?
It's not in there. Alright,
Thanks.
hang on. Can't open my honey, guys.
But I shark pocket. Scared about his bang.
Where's my towel?
That one right there.
Give this guy a nice dry. My stars. There it goes. Got
There
it.
we go.
All right, so we're gonna add about a teaspoon of honey to this. You're gonna want 1 teaspoon to 1/2 of a lime, and that's gonna be your ratio of how to do that. So the lime juice is actually so acidic, it's gonna make the honey begin to melt. And so we're just gonna kind of whisk that right on in there until the honey is mixed in pretty well, which is just about right now. I'm going to add some poppy seeds at least to it, because it'll make it pretty. That's fine, don't mind. Well, I had some poppy seeds. Maybe I don't anymore. So you can add fresh mint to this if you want to, and that'll give it a lighter flavor as well. If you're gonna use bananas, cut up everything else first and use your dressing, and then toss your banana in right before you eat. Otherwise they get a mushy consistency to them. And you just pour that right on over your fruit salad there. I'm gonna use the fork that I juiced the lime with and just give this a quick mix. And give me 2 seconds, we'll garnish that guy.
He died.
So I've got some fresh mint leaves, and I'm just gonna kind of shove one down in here. and let that sit in the refrigerator for a while. And then you will have a fruit salad. Let's get all up in there.
It's way too big.
Yummy stuff. All right. So let's go check on our chickpeas, which I can smell. That smells really good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it smells good. It smells like it's ready to come out. What it smells like.
We are just about right, guys.
It smells like it's ready to come out to me.
We'll give that one more minute, and we'll start the base of our wrap. So with the chickpeas, I'm probably not going to use, well, I might use some cream cheese because cream cheese is the best.
Yummy.
In a wrap, you don't want to go all the way to your edges. Go from your center. I'm going to use double cheese on this guy.
Ooh.
Just break that guy in half. Let's see. We're going to use chickpeas. So let's definitely put some spinach in here. It doesn't take very much in pinwheels or wraps because you'll find you can't actually wrap them. I'm gonna put some tomatoes in here. And I think that's all I'm gonna put in that one. And then now,
Hang on, Mama. Hang on.
don't,
6, 5, 4.
what?
Okay, now.
What would you do?
It was exactly a minute. I woke from when you said it just exactly a minute ago. It was more than
I see
exactly a
what
minute ago.
Gotcha. All right. I'll get my stuff out of the way. We're gonna throw this pan right here. Those look amazing. So we've got our roasted red peppers. Our chickpeas are popping. Some roasted onion. This is garlic. That's what I'm gonna put in there. I'm gonna grab a clean fork, and I'm going to take this garlic, and I'm just gonna kind of smash it just a little bit. And it's gonna be hot.
Hope you
So-
smash it.
Yeah, pretty much Hulk smash, as William says.
Ah,
So I'm going to take this
smash.
and I'm going to just kind of break it up, this roasted garlic, and throw into that wrap. I'm going to grab some, probably a spoon would be the easiest at this point. So I'm going to grab a spoon, and I'm going to put my chickpeas right on in here. You can use vegan cheese if you want to keep this as a vegan option. Throw some of these onions in here. Oh man, this looks so good. Throw some of these red peppers in here.
Smells good to me.
Alright. I think I'm gonna throw some of these little chives in here too. Why not? Alright. So wraps, you're gonna want to tuck your ends. And you're gonna kind of fold it like an envelope and then just keep on rolling. And there, that's how your wrap will look. I'm gonna grab a plate.
It looks like a burrito.
It does look like a burrito. I'm gonna grab a plate. We're gonna cut this guy right on open.
Excuse me.
And that is the inside of your wrap. Looking super yummy. So we're gonna put this guy on this plate. And then I did another pinwheel earlier so I could show you guys how it will slice. So here's my pinwheel. This one I made differently. This one I used cream cheese, roast beef, onions, red pepper, cucumbers, chives, and I mixed in horseradish into my cream cheese. I gotta find the end because it's super stuck. There it is. All right, I'm gonna just unwrap this guy. So you can see what he looks like. Your ends are never pretty on a pinwheel, so you wanna just kind of cut those right on off and eat them by themselves. And then you are just going to, get a better knife.
Mom, what the knife you had in that one black thing that held the big one?
My chef's knives.
Yeah. What did it do with them that you had a long time ago over there? What did you do?
I got them.
I use a butter knife.
This is a serrated bread knife. It's used for breads or meats to carve. So here are your pinwheels.
Look like sushi.
They do kind of look like sushi. You're right. So we're gonna throw these guys on here. I'm gonna put my not so pretty ones on here too, because they taste the same. Ooh, my wrap fell down.
Oh no.
All right, and then we've got our fruit salad that I stuck in the fridge. This is not a pretty plate, guys, but it's a tasty one. It's a sandwich. So this is what we got. And then the turkey one is in the refrigerator. So we've got our wraps and our pinwheels and our fruit salad with our honey lime dressing. And that's pretty much it. So here's my project for you guys. You guys are going to make sandwiches and wraps and pinwheels or whatever you choose. I want to see what you put in them and be creative about it. And then I want you guys to go on a family picnic with the sandwiches you made and have a wonderful weekend.